We are the Urban Coalition of Freelance Writers. Check us out at www.myspace.com/UCOFW, or you can check us out on YouTube at www.youtube.com/UCOFW, or you can send us a tweet on Twitter at http://twitter.com/UCOFW. Check us out. Subscribe. Thanks for watching.
One thing I would like to see us address here in the short time that we got is how to handle, if you truly believe you were done wrong by a police officer, how you should handle this.
Yes.
So let's take a simple matter. Say the officer talked to you like a dog. He was rude. He was mean. You know, whatever you felt, you feel that it was truly unreasonable and unnecessary. Okay. Should you happen to capture the audio on a media device, whether it be your cell phone, voice recorder, whatever, okay. If it's just the fact that they said something that they never should have, take it to the, file a complaint with the police department, of course, that it was with. For example, IMPD, go to IMPD, don't go to Indiana State Police instead of IMPD.
Right.
Go to the department, ask for a supervisor, and show it to them. We're talking about simple things like they just talked to you in a really bad manner that was uncalled for. After all, it's a tongue lashing. Turn it in. Let the supervisor deal with it. If we're getting to a more serious situation, say the brutality case like of this juvenile that occurred, okay, little different scenario here. We're talking about bodily injury and big stuff here. Number one, if you capture it on a media device while you were there on scene, don't make it obvious. Because if the situation really is a wrongful situation on the part of the officers, if they're not a very good person that's done that, then chances are you don't want them to know you have that piece of media there. Keep your mouth shut. Mm-hmm. Don't fly off the handle. Take your media device, go contact you a lawyer. Show the media to the lawyer, and then you will go to the police department with the lawyer with you to secure your rights and the rights of the person involved.
So you're saying it's always good to have legal representation when you possess information like that, because they can take the information and dispose of it if you're not careful?
Well, that's supposedly one of the cases that happened in the IMPD case with the juvenile. The officers were accused of busting the phone that had the media on it. Mm-hmm. Prevent a situation like that. Don't let anybody know you got it. Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
That way it'll just, potentially keep from escalating an already fiery situation.
Yeah. Well,
now, in the case of, that's where I said, obviously a case like that, contact you a lawyer. If it's something like the officer just talked to you totally inappropriately, well, it's a tongue lashing. You'll live through it.
Right.
And, you can handle that, I feel, without a lawyer.
Yeah.
But, we're talking about a case where there's a severe, possibly bodily injury or loss of life. Yeah, get you a lawyer, because chances are it's probably going to be in court, and you're going to need one anyway.
Yeah. We need to hear your feedback. We need to hear your responses. Once again, if you don't have anything positive to say, keep it to yourself. You can disagree, that's fine. But if you have nothing but ignorance to say, keep it to yourself, because we are really trying to have an open dialogue in the community about this issue, because it's a growing concern. And I think the more we talk about it, the better off things will get. I really believe that another thing, and before we close, I got to ask you this real quick. Do you think that it's important for cops to know their community? And
absolutely. Absolutely.
And and when I say know the community, know the demographics of the community, know the people in the community and how they view things, and just minor things in general.
Oh, I think that's a good, and not only is that a good point to bring up, that is an excellent point to bring up on both sides of the coin.
Right.
Let's take, for example, if you're on the downtown circle of Indianapolis, officers there are going to have a slightly different mentality than an officer that works in the hood where there's bullet holes in all the houses. So, on both sides of the coin, it's so important for the officer to know his demographics, his community he's dealing with, to be well aware of what is going on in the community and how the people are going to perceive his work in that community as well, and how to appropriately tailor some actions in that area. And on the same token, for the public, if you're driving through the hood, that officer is probably going to be a heck of a lot more cautious than, say, the officer that's working downtown circle on downtown Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Very different for both sides of the coin.
Wow. Well, Michael, we really want to thank you once again for shining the light on the issue that is impacting our urban community, which that is our theme with UCOFW. We try to shine the light on issues impacting the urban community, and this is definitely one of those more serious issues that we really need to look at. As always, when we talk, it's always ends up as a 4, 5, 6 part series. But I think that the information that we've given you today is going to be very valuable. I hope someone will take this information and just keep in mind that police officers, when it's all said and done, they're human just like everyone else. Regardless to the misconceptions we may have, they're human just like us. They have families, and they're just trying to make it home alive too. So just keep that in mind. I know it's easier said than done, but just remain calm, and do what you can do.
That's probably the most important thing of all the stuff we talked about is don't lose your cool, take a deep breath, don't freak out, just keep calm.
Yeah. All right. Well, once again, check us out. You know the drill. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe, rate us. Hit us up on MySpace. Definitely, if you're not following us on Twitter, you definitely need to get on top of the game now. Follow us on Twitter.